Hey y'all, we're back with another According to the Bible. I want to talk to y'all today about why, according to the Bible, a lot of us are going to have to leave our hometown. And when I say leave our hometown, I'm not specifically referring to your literal hometown. Sometimes I mean your comfort zone. Your comfort zone can be anything like being around your mom, being around your brothers and sisters, your family, your cousins, your whatever is comfortable for you. To support this, I am going to be reading to y'all Mark chapter 6, okay? And this is Mark chapter 6, verse 1 through 6. So if y'all could just stay with me until I get through. Now, to preface this, I have to tell y'all that Jesus is just now getting into Nazareth. Nazareth is Jesus's hometown. Prior to coming into Nazareth, Jesus has just brought a little girl back from the dead. She was originally pronounced deceased loud. Let's imagine that. Let's imagine anybody that we have cared about that has passed away, right? It's pronounced gone, pronounced deceased. The pulse is gone. The lifeline is flat. It's over with. A man comes in that appears to be a man. Hands, feet, eyes, nose, everything looks like a man. He tells your loved one, get up. And all of a sudden, they're alive. Pulse is back, heart is beating, mouth is moving, they are alive. You would be like, what in the... This is called a miracle. These are the kind of miracles that Jesus is performing outside of his hometown, right? After he performs this miracle, he goes back to Nazareth. And this is where we start reading. Mark chapter 6, verse 1 says, Jesus went out from there, which is the land he was in where he just performed this miracle of bringing the girl back to life, and came into his hometown, and his disciples followed him. When the Sabbath came, he began to teach in the synagogue, and the many listeners were astonished, saying, where did this man get these things? And what is this wisdom given to him? And such miracles are performed by his hands? Is this not the carpenter, the son of Mary, and brother of James, and Joseph, and Judas, and Simon? Are not his sisters here with us? And they took offense to him. This tells us that people will be offended when you start operating in your purpose, and specifically the people who have known you prior to you deciding to walk in your purpose. Verse 4 says, Jesus said to them, a prophet is not without honor except in his hometown and among his own relatives and in his own household. And he could do no miracle there except that he laid hands on a few sick people and healed them. And he wondered at their disbelief. And he was going around the villages teaching. Now remember that Jesus has just brought a woman back from a child, back from the dead. But in his hometown, due to their lack of belief and faith in him, he could only heal a couple sick people. Now imagine going from outside of your hometown. You can heal the dead. You can bring back people from the dead. And in your hometown, you can only heal a couple sick people. This lets us know that the people around us, the faith that they have in us is very crucial. The people that are in Jesus's hometown could not have that much faith in him because they were too attached to the previous version of him. So we could compare this to like when we're kids, right? And you meet somebody who knew you was a baby when you was a baby. And they're like, oh, I used to change your diaper. Okay. And sometimes those people that knew that baby version of you will have trouble accepting that you are an adult and treating you as such because they are too attached to the version of you that they last saw. This is what is happening in Jesus's hometown. The people that knew him are like, ain't you Mary's son? Ain't your brother Simon and them ain't that your people? I imagine that there are people who went to school with Jesus that are listening to him speak that are like, this the nigga that I went to high school with. I imagine that there are people who used to work with him, co-workers that used to be carpenters with him that's like, this nigga used to be eating bologna sandwiches at lunch. These people are so attached to the previous version of Jesus that they knew as a child that they can't even receive the blessings that he can give them because of their lack of faith. In our hometowns, people are too comfortable. They know too much about us. They know too much about the things that we used to do to really have faith in our ability, and they're from the same place, so it's hard for them to see us go into places, into levels that they have not reached, even though we started in the same position. The witnesses around Jesus could not allow him to grow past them. Jesus comes back to his hometown because he is now walking in his purpose, and he can do these amazing things, and obviously he wants to share this with the people who have been closest to him, his family members, but their lack of faith has restricted them from being able to see and experience Jesus' full glory. This is the same thing with us as we come into our purpose and who we're meant to be. There are people around you. There are environments that you cannot operate in your full capacity in because the people around you are too attached to who you used to be. And that attachment is restricting their faith in you. So this is for really all the people who are experiencing disbelief or doubt from people around them, the people closest to them. That is normal. Jesus went through the same thing. And he said, a prophet is without honor, is not without honor. A prophet is not without honor except in his hometown. You will be honored everywhere else. But it's going to be hard for the people who have been closest to you to accept your evolution and your ascension. So that's all I really wanted to share with you guys today. I'm so grateful for the people who made it through this whole video and listened. But to all of us who are trying to evolve, don't be too discouraged by people who can't accept that from you. This is normal, and you're going to evolve regardless. It's really going to end up being their loss. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I will see you next time we talk about the Bible.